so far the taf is implied. But then we come to the beauty of Shabbat. And Shabbat, within the word Shabbat, it references Bereshit. And it gives us the information about the taf that we were waiting for. So I'm going to read a little bit here. Shabbat is acknowledging the system that God used in Bereshit, which was Einstein's theory of relativity. And I will just say here that Einstein didn't necessarily have any idea that that everything that he was receiving was available also within the Torah. We're bringing this forth now because we're being permitted to do so. Hashem is enabling us to bring this forth for this time because a more intimate relationship with him is required for this time, because everybody's very confused and everything's gone a little bit nuts. And so there is required now a deeper understanding of the way things work, a deeper understanding that takes us directly into the source, which is the Torah, as opposed to believing that science exists in its own right. It does not exist within its own right. Everything that is found in science is first and foremost found within the Torah and enables us to have a more intimate relationship with our Creator, which is what we're needing at this time. So, going back to Shabbat, the momentum of the perfect sequence in Bereshit, whereby the difference between the letters Shin and Resh is 100, and between Shin and Taf is 100 also, is presented and completed in Shabbat. In Shabbat, the Shin and the Taf are again both present, specifically the Taf, the letter that is associated with bitachon and complete knowing in the perfection of Hashem's reality, the reality that we live in. The letter Taf is the last letter of the Aleph Bet and is related to the Torah. The Torah is the code that connects heaven and earth. Hashem used the Torah as the blueprint for creation, and thus the entirety of reality can be found in it. Bitachon is a necessary aspect of reality. It enables us to remain completely clear and stable no matter what is occurring. This is great completion, whereby we are not limited by doubts or fears because we live in perfect symbiosis with God. Shabbat gives us the opportunity to rest the mind as that great completion, because we are stating that Hashem is running the show. This is the gift of Hashgacha Pratit, or divine providence. So I'm going to take you through the equation now of how Shabbat completes Einstein's theory of relativity. So Resh Shin Taf is 200, 300, 400. This sequence of Resh Shin Taf is associated with Kulam, the whole, and thus is the container for everything. The reason it's associated is because Kulam is 20, 30, 40. So Resh Shin Taf, 200, 300, 400, Kulam, 20, 30, 40. This process occurs in the following way. The Resh, 200, is reduced by 100, which is the Yud squared. And this makes Shin, Bet, Taf. The Shin is 300 and the Bet is now 2 because the Resh has been reduced by the Yud squared. So the Bet and then the Taf is 400 still. So then, in reducing it to its lowest common denominator, you've concentrated all the energy down. You've taken off the zeros, you've concentrated into its ultimate potency. And the energy associated with the Resh or the Kaf, the 200 or the 20, is concentrated in its potency as the letter Bet. Shabbat is the day of rest. Whatever that means to the individual, it is the day of the week, the seventh day, the seven being like heaven. It's the seventh day, and it's the day where we rest the mind, first and foremost. Whatever mundane activity during the week has been going on, On the seventh day, all of that is resting. You rest from all of that. And in that, we connect ourselves with heaven. We connect ourselves with our Creator. We go back to our Creator, to our state of complete reliance on Him as our Father. And what we do by enjoying the party of Shabbat, however it is that we do that, in one way or another, Saturday is set aside as a different day to the rest of the week. So however it is that the mind rests on Shabbat, it is stating that we are taken care of, that we don't need to concern ourselves with the mundane aspects that we concern ourselves with during the week. And in that way we infuse the rest of the week with a sense of complete trust and complete harmony that we've given ourselves on Shabbat. And so in that way we are entering into the reality of divine providence. We're entering into the reality of Hashgacha Pratit, the reality of everything working out exactly as it's supposed to, and being able to see that. And that is what the Taf is about. The implication of the Taf in the consistent sequence of Shin, Reish, Taf is pointing us towards the reality of Hashgacha Pratit. And that is where we all live now.
Amen.
Yeah.